Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Caleb Nash, and if you didn't know that, that means you're not subscribed. I am exhausted, absolutely exhausted. It is Saturday. I've been here since Monday. We've been working every single day. I've been staying up late, editing videos, getting them out for you guys. I've been just hanging out with friends. I'm absolutely exhausted, but I still have 2 more days here in Cleveland, Ohio for the NBA All-Star Weekend. And today's a really exciting day, guys, because I get to interview NBA legends. I'm talking Dirk Nowitzki, James Worthy, Oscar Robertson. Guys, it's gonna be a very fun day. I don't know what I get to do yet. I don't know how much time I get with each one of them, but all I know is I'm headed down to this auditorium where there's really cool stuff going on with the NBA, and I'm gonna interview some legends. So hope you're in for another vlog, for another video. And just because I said vlog, don't click off. Watch this one, guys. The last one didn't do so hot, so we need this one to. Yep. Anyway, guys, here we go. What kind of questions you gonna ask, man?
I've got a few for sure. I put it on Instagram.
That's smart. You can lift it up to people.
Yeah, left it up to the fans, you know, because they're going to be the ones watching it. Also, I have a few that I came up with too, that I have for me personally, because this isn't just for the fans.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, dude, this is a sick opportunity.
We were also told that we were just one of 3 creators that are going to represent for us.
As American influencers. I still don't understand how I got chosen for that, but
I love it.
I think it's pretty risky for America to rely on me like this.
No. See, you're like comedic, but I don't think you're a complete idiot.
That might be the nicest thing you've ever said. I think my go-to question is, I'm gonna ask Oscar for sure. Do you sleep in the nude or in silk PJs? Because he seems like a silk PJ.
He does. Guy. He really does. Though.
You know?
He really does.
And the people want to know.
Now he might sleep in the nude now that Russell Westbrook passed him in triple doubles of all time.
You know what? That's right. He's like, I don't deserve these silk pajamas.
Yeah.
Well, why are you shaking your head? Every time you've been in my video, both my videos this week, it's literally me panning over to you and you going. You just shaking your head every single time.
I'm consistent.
Yeah, you're a good character. You're a good, consistent character in these. So we're on our way to go ask questions, and I'm asking dumb questions like, would you rather have pizza or burgers? And Friga's asking smart questions, so it balances out.
Any unordinary habits that you had? That's one that I'm really actually interested in. Is like
unordinary habits.
Unordinary habits that help them get to the next level.
Because you're still trying to go, right? You're still trying to get that 10-day.
Yes.
Out of everybody we hoop with though, Friga, like in the creation world, I would say you're definitely top 5 people who could do that.
I think I really need to start taking things more serious though, for people to really believe that.
You take things more serious, bro. I show up to the gym still and they're like, wait, you actually play basketball? People think I'm just a joke. Laura's so rude to me. I said, hey, I stole this yesterday. Do you know anybody who can get this off?
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
Every time you say words, they are more ridiculous than the last one.
First of all, this is my nervous energy. I'm going to Bob right now. Like, what do you want me to do?
Okay.
What do you want?
We're
gonna get a signed bedazzle.
Whoa, wait, is that actually true?
No, it's just a prop.
You can't sign that.
No, it's just a prop. It's a prop. Okay. But she said she would check on the Wilson.
Got it. Okay.
Do we get to have those?
If they need me to pay for that, Brie, I can. I lost a lot of money at the casino yesterday.
Yeah, that's fair. God, that's pretty cool ball.
They said we can't keep this, but like, want to bet?
Yeah. Want to bet? Let's do it. If I distract them while you run out, then maybe we can cut it in half.
Maybe you should run.
Okay. You be a good distractor. I'll be a good runner. Why did we change that around?
How you doing, sir? I'm Caleb.
Caleb?
Yes, sir.
That's Bob.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
The whole scale of things for the NBA. Who is your greatest player in NBA history? Who do you think? Greatest player?
Well, I picked Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
Yes, I would.
Is there a reason?
Yes, I think he dominated the game like very few players have past or present. It's my personal opinion. I played against him maybe 50 to 100 times, and he was an amazing player. He did it with his defense. Most of the great players you think about average so many points and 30 points a game and this and that. He never worried about his offense. All he did In fact, if he took a blow during the game to take a rest, he rested while his team had the ball on fast break. He stayed back. And it was kind of ironical to see somebody intercept the ball and race down the court, and all of a sudden they see him and they come to a screeching halt out of the top of the foul line. He just dominated the game at that time. I happened to play against what I thought was several other great players. I played against Wilt Chamberlain, probably 50 again to 75 times. We played in those days with only 8 teams in the league, so you played the other teams a number of times. So, we'd sit there in the locker room and say, well, Wilt is going to get his 50. He's going to do that, but we got to stop this one and this one and this one on this team. So,
that's crazy. Going into
it was a great.
Someone's going to get 50.
Oscar Robertson would be another one that I dated from my era that was an absolutely incredible player. So, there are a lot of them. You talk to different former players, and each one will have one that something may be different than mine. That's my opinion. As you asked me who I thought was the greatest player, I think Bill Russell was.
I have one dumb one.
I probably have a dumb answer.
Okay. What's the go-to gas station snack? Like you pull in the gas, you fill in the tank, you're like, I need a snack. What's the go-to gas station snack? Yeah.
Oh, I get a crunch.
Crunch. That's beautiful.
Chocolate crunch.
That's beautiful.
Bar.
Wow.
That was quick.
That was a quick answer. He's got a lot of crunch.
Everyday thing.
Yeah.
Well, I just got one yesterday. We stopped somewhere and I bought a crunch.
I haven't had a crunch I need one now. I haven't had one before.
This is going to cut to us going to the gas station
cut to
and getting
us
a
crunch right now? Great, beautiful. Well, Bob, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have no idea the honor it is. I texted my dad and told him what I was doing today, and he's flipping out. He texted me twice sitting here. So you have no idea the honor it is us as basketball players, but creators, to sit here and be able to have the opportunity to pick a great.
Don't give up. Don't ever quit.
Yes, sir.
Keep chugging away. Good things can happen.
Yeah. Do you want to go one-on-one after this? I think there's a question.
Bad things could happen.
Oh.
We are here at NBA All-Star Weekend with an absolute NBA legend. We have Oscar Robertson in the building. Caleb, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I got a couple questions for you, sir. If you were in the league today, at your prime, what do you think would be different average-wise? Do you think you would average more or less steals, rebounds? What do you think the main difference would be?
I would average a lot more points and a lot more assists.
Gotcha.
I know that for a fact. Because the way the game is played today, if you can dribble and you can shoot, man, you're 3/4 of the way there.
So we have a lot of amazing PGs in the league today. Obviously, a lot of different play styles. So you have Damian Lillard, who obviously is more of a shooting point guard. We have Russell Westbrook, who's more of like a stat stuffer. What is your favorite PG in the league right now?
Chris Paul, because he's not worried about shooting first. He's worried about getting other players in the game, getting the offense geared to attack the defense. And that's what, as a guard, which I didn't go out to shoot first. I went out to get other players into the game. If you don't do that, you're not going to be successful.
He opens up the floor like crazy.
Yeah, he does, and he's got a great kid Booker. Boy, what a great shot.
Yeah.
He's got and players coming off the bench. Helps quite a bit if they can put the ball in the basket.
Wait, so piggybacking off that, talking about the Suns, are they winning the finals this year?
If they can have a way of combating Giannis, which right now they don't have that. Giannis is a supernatural athlete. He's coming 7'3" or 4".
Yeah, he's monster.
How can they guard him?
Yeah.
You are about to get interviewed by probably one of the greatest social media shooters and one of the most comedic people you'll ever talk to.
That'll be fun.
Thank you.
He just called me the greatest social media shooter and most comedic person ever, but he didn't give you a compliment.
No, he didn't.
That's so strange.
The first one was to me.
That's so strange how he didn't compliment you at all. What's going on, guys? Me and Austin are here with Dirk, an absolute legend, one of my favorite players. I'm from Dallas, born and raised.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell you how many games I've been to because it's been more than I can count. And so this is like dream come true for me to be able to sit down. I wish Austin weren't here, but it is what it is. Yeah, seriously, man, this is my moment. Austin, can you give me water real quick? So we're just gonna ask you a couple questions. His will probably be serious, mine are gonna be dumb. Okay. Cool. That's kind of the thing. So I was actually told to ask you this question. So this isn't my question. Can you tell us about the time you almost ended your career just walking off the court, doing like a happy feet dance, or doing some type of dance? There is video of this, so we can't deny it. I just want to let you know your boy Darren set you up for failure here.
Wow, that's cool.
So he told me to ask you this question. And I have a few others that he told me to ask you, but we'll start easy with this one, huh?
Yeah, that was actually a workout in the weight room.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to do quick feet and forward, backward. And I was a little older at this point, or I was already deep in my 30s, and I kind of like lost my balance, and I kind of fell over the weight rack and actually hurt my freaking forearm or my elbow there.
Oh, so he wasn't exaggerating. This is like
No, this actually happened, unfortunately. This actually, in the weight room, I got hurt one time. But I got over it, and I think I played the next one.
I will say he refused to send me the video, but
That's
he
a good
has the
thing.
video.
That's a good
He
thing.
said, "Oh, show me," but he said, "I can't.
Can't put me out.
Can't release it.
Yeah, so I was just kidding.
That would definitely go viral.
I'm glad.
In today's age, that would 100%.
I know. We'll keep that one for another
Cool.
day.
That's between us. No one's gonna watch this. It's fine.
How did you change that switch from, okay, this guy was my idol growing up, like I literally idolized this guy, to, okay, now I have to compete against this
I
guy?
was nuts. My third game in the league was against Scottie Pippen, and he was with Houston at the time, and also Charles Barkley. And so in Houston, and it was '99, the lockout year, they had Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen, and Olajuwon all on that same team in Houston, and I'm like, wow, this is an amazing moment. Love Scottie, love Charles. So that was just one of those things. Like I'm here now. You know, it's time to, get rid of all
Stop
that
smiling,
respect
yeah.
and gotta compete. But that was a surreal moment to be on the court with some of my heroes. That was super surreal.
As a kid growing up, my dad was the coach, and so I was very fundamental, but I was the least athletic person on the court 10 times out of 10 times. Right? And I don't want you to take offense to this at all, but I just want to say thank you, because watching you,
I'm in the same
I was
boat.
like, you know what? I have a chance. There was I believe it was the ESPYs after y'all won the championship. They did a video of your brothers or your cousins saying, come to the Dirk School of Awkwardness, being able to score like off of every foot, falling down, all these other things. One, did that offend you, and two, was that like I guess did it offend you, or was it kind of a compliment of like, yeah, it doesn't matter how I score, I'm gonna score?
I'm a big guy of making fun of myself.
Yeah.
I think that's part of my nature and part of my character, and I make fun of others, they make fun of me, and so I thought that was hilarious. I don't take myself too serious. That's part of my nature. I love having fun everywhere I go, and so that was something that was super funny.
I mean, it really was just like crazy to watch the way you shot, because your finish was the same every single time, but your feet could be pointed this way, your shoulders this way, but somehow it just had that high arc and went in every time. So it was insane as a kid to watch that and think like, wow, this shot is literally perfect.
So I think it's a lot of repetition. It's awareness where you are on the court, and then as long as the elbow kind of points towards the basket, and you kind of you can see the basket.
Okay.
So you need
See
the
the
eyes,
basket
you
first.
need the elbow pointing towards the hoop, and then I feel like I always can get a good shot up. But it's a lot of repetition. Obviously, I've been shooting jumpers since I'm like 14, 15 every day. It's a lot of work and a lot of repetition, routines. But yeah, I felt like I can shoot up out a lot of positions. I can still get a good shot, and I was tall, so I could shoot basically over the defenders, which obviously helps.
Which is insane. Like a lot of tall guys have a more flat shot because they're so tall. Your arc was still, up there with point guard, and there's still a really high arcing shot, which just made it impossible to block.
Yeah, and so that I credit there my shooting coach that I worked with when I was 15. Everybody knows him in Dallas. He's your Dallas guy. You've probably seen him around. He's an older guy. My mentor, my guru, and he taught me everything I know. And he always said you need a high release and you need a good arc on it for give it the best chance to go in. So, like I said, that's a lot of work since I was 14, 15. I met him, and a lot of repetition, and it finally got to where it was decent.
Do you have any trick shots in your repertoire, like your go-tos? If you're playing horse.
Yeah, not really. I think Luka is a crazy horse player. He's got all the crazy shots. I was more of a give me the ball and try to score as fast as I can. Nothing fancy there. I was just try to get the ball in the basket as fast as I could.
So Austin and I, we do a lot of trick shots on social media. Austin was it still is an incredible shooter. I give him a lot of credit. He played at Baylor, one of the best shooters I've ever met outside of myself.
I'll take it. Compliment from Caleb.
But we do a lot of trick shots and stuff like that on social media. So I'm going to show you a video and ask you how many attempts do you think maybe you could make it in. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's good. Oh, snap. Oh, that's tough.
My arm doesn't even go.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can do that, brother. And it takes some strength to get the ball there. Yeah, I don't think I can do that one. That's not.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
But is that real, right?
100%.
Yeah, we don't edit over here.
I set the Guinness World Record on that shot.
Really?
Yeah, so it is real, no editing, because everybody always asks that. And it would take me longer to edit that than just practice.
We make all of them on the first try.
Every
single shot.
Every single shot.
First try, always.
single time.
All right, so I have to ask a couple of these because these are the questions that everyone wants to know on social. If you were to play in the league now, obviously the game has changed a lot, and you didn't retire that long ago, but Steph, all these guys have changed the game. If you're playing the league now, are you scoring more? Are you shooting more threes? What does that look like?
Probably shooting more threes. I think.
So your average is going up?
Yeah, I think there was a time later in my career I shot probably 5-6 a game, but there was a stretch earlier in like mid 2000s where I didn't shoot that much three, maybe 1 or 2 a game. It was more all about the mid range. So yeah, it'll probably be a lot more spread the floor. Everything is so wide open now. The driving lane, driving kick, everybody driving and the lane is open. So and then driving kick and somebody ends up with the three. So it'll be fun to play now. But I think it was fun being part of the early 2000s. You know, where the game actually just started changing and going through there. We were starting to get better with the Mavericks at the time with Nash and Finley. And I wouldn't miss those days with the world. That was an amazing couple of years we had. So I was fine with playing back then, even though it would be fun now to be in the prime and really enjoy the space out there.
So you played with amazing PGs your whole life. I played point guard my whole life. Steve Nash was my absolute idol. Like, that was my GOAT. Couldn't tell me anything otherwise. I watched every Steve Nash video ever.
But he passed him.
More than him?
Yeah, it's confusing. Are you sure?
He's a chucker.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean, we make videos for social media. Go viral passing. Would you say that Steve Nash is the greatest point guard of all time? Obviously, you're biased, but
I'm a little biased, and I play with J Kidd.
And J Kidd,
They're both
that's right.
They're obviously great friends of
this
mine.
is a tough question for you,
so I always get asked who do I like better. That's a tough one. They're both a little different. Obviously, Kidd a little bigger, a little better defender, a better rebounder. Nash is probably a little bit of a shooter. That's a tough one. I mean,
you also had them in different eras of their career. Just towards the end, Steve Nash kind of towards the beginning.
Yeah.
So do you think if it was flopped, it would be different? Like if you had
I'm not sure. I never really thought about it.
Just doesn't want to answer the question.
Yeah, I know. They're both my boys. So
You get a phone call tomorrow. Like, what'd you say?
That's a tough one. But I love Nash, of course.
You wouldn't mind working with me, player development stuff?
Yeah,
my Dirk field.
I mean, if you got this going, then that's
I was going to ask, I'm in Dallas a lot. I'm sure Austin will come with next time I'm in Dallas. If you want to get a little trick shot horse going,
okay.
Get your trick shots ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like horse, you can be me and Austin, you and Luka.
Okay.
Well,
I'm not sure.
Who's got the better trick shot?
Luka
Now you're
got
pushing it.
the bag.
Now you're pushing it.
Luka got the bag.
No, I think we can hold.
Yeah, I'm sure if you guys practice that a lot, I'm sure you have some stuff. Luka is unbelievable. The stuff that he makes it.
So do you think Luka, or obviously early in his career, is he how to say where you were at, or is he higher? Where do you put in?
He's way better than I was. You know, I think when I first got in the league, I was shy. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. You know, my rookie year was super tough. There were games where I didn't play at all. He was there for game one. And came in, took the franchise over, and was basically our best player already his first year. So it's been amazing to watch him play and grow even the last few years. He's a good kid. He's skilled out of this world. How he reads the game, how he reads the pick and rolls already at this young age. I mean, this guy's the limit for him. And so happy that obviously he signed a long-term deal, and we can watch him as Mavs fans for a long time.
I'm very excited. Being a Dallas kid, I'm very excited because it was very. bittersweet when you retire. Obviously, you were there for 20 years, and I grew up watching you and idolizing you, and Dirk is my GOAT. I don't know about y'all, but I'm just saying, like, I tried to match my game a lot in high school. I do a lot of fadeaways because of you, and so it's kind of sad. I'm like, okay, what's the direction of Dallas now? And then all of a sudden, everything's moving.
I feel like Cade wants to say
We're good. We're good now. How you doing?
I got it.
How you doing, Omar?
MVP.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. How we doing?
Good to see you guys. Where are you from in Dallas?
So I went to TRICKSHOT in Addison.
Good to see you too.
My parents live in Addison.
I'm Austin J. Mills. This is Caleb Nash Feemster. We are with an absolute NBA legend, Clyde Drexler, 10-time All-Star. So first question, Caleb's from Texas. I'm from Los Angeles. We always have the debate, which state has the best basketball?
Oh, by far. The great state of Texas.
No!
By far.
Let's go.
Wait,
you
so
heard it from a legend.
Here's the thing.
So
Here's the
no
thing.
more,
Here's
Austin.
the
No
thing.
more
You
arguments.
look at the league right now.
Oh my goodness.
Russ, Harden, PG, Kevin Love. I mean, how many California guys? can we
Kevin's
have in
from
the league?
Oregon. Kevin Love's from Oregon.
Do your research,
All right.
Austin. Good
James
man.
Harden, Paul George, Westbrook. How many California guys?
Most of those guys are transplanted.
No, absolutely. Just you're
I
going
think-
with Texas.
I think there's more Texas guys in the league. Like,
A
there's
lot
not
more
big
Texas
names.
guys.
They're just not huge names.
Well, there's some big name
No, there's
guys. I mean,
huge
think
names,
about
yeah.
guys like Rashard Lewis. You don't think about that, do you?
Yeah.
You got Ricky Davis. You got a bunch of guys who are from Texas. Katino Mobley. You had myself. Hakeem is from Nigeria, but his basketball career was formed in Texas. But you had guys, so many great players like Elvin Hayes. He's from Louisiana, but he's been in Texas most of his life. So it's a transplant. And even guys like David Latine, who was on that Texas Western team that beat Kentucky. All those guys are from Texas.
I'm good with this interview
But
and be done. Like, 'cause
I
that-
can
that
give
just
you like
settled the
100
debate
more
right there.
names if you
That
like.
just settled the debate right there. We argue literally about it almost every day. What about food? Texas or California?
Oh, Texas by far.
Thank
so
you.
biased.
Thank
This is so
you.
biased.
Thank
This
you.
is
So biased.
Austin, if you just want to leave now, we're going to finish this interview, okay? Appreciate
I'll go.
It's not even close.
Man, well, I appreciate that. I'll give you $20 later.
got it.
Yeah, no worries. All right, so just a quick question. If you were in the dunk contest today, in today's era, one, would you win? And two, now it's a lot more of a show. What would you incorporate? Would you be jumping over cars? Like, what kind of thing would you bring to it?
Well, the creativity is everything.
Yeah.
Because everything is about marketing.
Right.
But, so you can have all the props, you can have all the stuff, but the one thing you got to do is make the dunk.
Yep.
So it's hard to say what you would do. We were different. Our passion was dunking on big guys in games. Because that was what? Dominance. When I can dunk on your 7-footer and you can't stop me, that's a sign that, we're going to beat you guys all night.
Yeah.
And so that's why you did it. But to dunk just for the sake of getting a trampoline and turning flips, and it just didn't have the same passion for us
Right.
who grew up thinking a different way. Now, guys today, they can do all that stuff, and they're awesome. If I tried to turn a flip and do all, I'd break my back.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's just a different way of thinking.
Well, that kind of leads me into my next question. The physicality of today's game compared to when you were in the league, huge difference.
Yeah.
Anything to say on that? Like, I personally think if you dunk on somebody, you have every right to yell or flex or do something like that without getting a tech.
No, well, you don't want to embarrass anyone. It's just you want to show that, hey, I'm going to shoot a high percentage. And the more I can get to your rim and do things around the basket and you can't stop me, we're usually going to beat you because we're going to shoot a higher percentage. The game's about being efficient. The dunk shot was the most efficient shot. That's really all it was.
Yeah.
And if you can't stop it, it's going to be a long night for you.
Yeah.
So one of the most asked questions on social media that everyone wants to know, and we've asked a couple other veterans the same question. If you were in the NBA today, are you averaging more?
Oh, that's an easy one. With no hand checking,
No hand checking.
you give me the first step. Oh, my God. I think I drove more than any player in the history of the game. I mean, drove to the basket. Either
So
hand,
it's just a free
either
lane.
hand, left or right. So if you have anybody in my face, no hand checking, and you give me a step with my leaping ability and my ability to get to the basket, add 10 points to your scoring.
Add
average.
10 points.
Easily.
You heard it here first. Easily.
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 And that's at 59. Now, if I was playing in my back when I was 25.
Right.
It'd be a little bit more.
Oh, he's saying he's doing that now.
Oh my goodness, he's saying
he's doing that now in his dress shoes.
I love it. I love it.
Wait, so piggybacking off of that, you look at the league right now. I'm sure you watch a lot of basketball still.
A lot of games. The game is great. I mean, we old guys, we always laugh about the way things were in the 80s and 90s, but today's game is fantastic, and we love watching it.
So what team are you fitting on the best? What team are you jumping on, and you're winning a title tomorrow?
Pick 'em.
Wow!
I love it. I love
Wow.
it. Now, is this current Clyde or is this 25? Clyde? What do you say?
Well,
Doesn't matter?
Let's go to 25. Current Clyde may have a little bit of problem. But just think about it. A player like me, if you put me on the, even if you put me on the Wizards right now, we'd have a great team. If you put me on the Bucks, we'd run away with it.
We put you on the Lakers.
Put me on the Lakers, it'd be a wrap. Western Conference would be ours. You put me on the Suns or the Warriors, it'd be a wrap.
Problem.
You put me on the Suns, we would just lap teams.
You and CP
right today.
would be a problem.
Wow. Today. Love CP. The way he plays the game the right way. All he does is win.
True PG.
That's all he does is win. Love it.
And
that's what the game's about.
Right.
It's not, he's showing everybody he can do whatever he wants to do on the golf course. But his main objective is winning.
Right.
I love it. Now, do you have a welcome to the NBA moment, whether it's negative or positive, like you got dunked on or you dunked on somebody that you grew up watching? Was there a moment in a game where you were like, that's...
Well, yeah, my rookie year, I was playing against George, the Iceman Gervin. And he was leading the league in scoring. He's averaging about 30, 31 a game. And he's just an incredible offensive player. 6'8", got all the skills. So he gave our first team 20 points in the first quarter. So my rookie coach says, hey, Clyde, you've been telling me you're a good defender. Get out there and stop George in the second quarter. So I get out there. I'm all over him. I'm gonna get some playing time. So I'm excited. I'm all over. I'm close to him. I'm trying to beat him up before the ball is even in play. So he taps me on the head. He said, Clyde. He said, don't worry about it. He said, don't worry about me. He said, I'm going to get mine. There's nothing you can do about it. So you better worry about getting yours. So he gets the ball. He rips through. He goes baseline, and I hit him with my elbow to stop him. So he's falling. He throws that finger roll up, hits the top of the backboard. Referee says, it's good if it goes. And he's falling down, didn't even look. He said, it's good. Nothing but net. It falls down. And I was like, wow, these guys really are good. There's nothing you can do to a great offensive player. There's nothing you can do.
A lot of people ask about your NBA days, but I'm curious about your college days. A phenomenal team, 5 Slam and Jam. Being on such a good team, did it prepare you? And what do you think about players leaving college a year or like after 1 year now?
I love it. When players are good enough to play with the big boys, let them go. They do it in baseball, hockey, tennis. It's a privilege for those people.
Gotcha.
Why not in basketball?
I gotcha.
I've been saying this for 40 years. It doesn't even make sense. If you're good enough, the 2 or 3 or 1 guy we're talking about every year, if he's good enough and developed enough, why not let him play?
Let him go.
I mean, why?
Set him free.
I mean, Tom Brady can play at 44. There's guys playing soccer at 15.
Right.
Yeah.
So in tennis, there's Coco Gauff. She's, 17 now? She's playing against Serena. Why not in basketball?
Right.
Yeah, I should have went after 1 year. I got hurt my sophomore year, so I should have just went to the league freshman year.
Why not?
Just get out.
If you can go to the league, take off.
Don't believe him. Don't believe what he
First
says.
of all, you can believe
Don't
everything
believe
I
a word he
say.
says.
First of all,
All right,
Texas
Clyde,
stick
thank you
together,
so much.
Texas stick together.
Caleb's going to start spewing nonsense. Clyde, we appreciate your time. Thank you so
Anytime.
much. It was a pleasure.
Texas.
in the
I
house.
appreciate that.
In the
I
house.
appreciate that.
Love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Guys, I really hope y'all enjoyed that video. I know it's a very different format, very podcasty. It was a really, really dope opportunity to sit down with 5 NBA legends, pick their brain, and it really hasn't completely hit me that that was my life. I lived that. I was texting my dad and he was freaking out about it, and I had so many people DMing me about how cool it was, and it still hasn't settled in that I literally just sat next to Clyde Drexler and Dirk Nowitzki and Bob Pettit, Oscar Robertson. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm so blessed to have that opportunity. It was so cool. This is the last of the NBA All-Star videos. You know what? I wasn't going to get cheesy, but let's get a little cheesy, guys. Over the last 2.5, 3 years of doing social media, I never would have thought the experiences that I've got to live were anywhere in the realm of possible. I played on an NBA All-Star court. I did all the NBA All-Star skills challenges and 3-point contest. I did the dunk contest, just didn't see it. Like I did all of those things. I interviewed legends. I hung out with NBA players. I hung out with some of the best content creators in the world, not just basketball guys. There were so many content creators there at All-Star Weekend that you didn't even see. And like it's all possible because of you guys. It's all possible because I have like a passion for creating. I have a passion for entertaining. I have a passion for loving what I do, and I love what I do, and it's all because of you guys. So just thank you so much for the opportunities that you guys have allowed me to do, like to put my foot in the door on some of these things. None of it is possible without y'all, so thank you so much. Also, I already know this is a long video, so I'm sorry, but also never let somebody tell you your dream is crazy. I had a dream to play in the NBA. A lot of people told me I was crazy. I never made it to the NBA, but God works in funny ways. I'm still playing on NBA courts. I'm still hanging out and playing with NBA players. I'm rubbing elbows and going to dinners with NBA legends. God works in funny ways. It's not how I pictured it, but it's how he pictured it. And I'm just so blessed to be able to live the life that I live because of y'all, so thank you. Exciting news coming soon. It has to do with me in Austin. I'm not gonna tell you now because I think it's something that we should announce together, but make sure you subscribe to me, make sure you subscribe to Austin so you don't miss that news. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all more than y'all will ever know. See you next time. Peace. You get to the gas station, you're filling up your car, you get one go-to gas station like snack or meal. What is it? Is there one thing you get all the time?
Let's plug it in.
Well, okay. Food wise. Let's say you're hungry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for his questions. I'm sorry.
Hey man, I'm just curious.
Chris.
People want to. Bob Pettit was a Crunch Bar. He got a Crunch Bar every time he goes to the gas station. You don't have a snack.
He doesn't go inside. He's too famous.
Okay. You know what?
No, I tell you, just go plug it in outside.